All right. Welcome to another live push day. This is my B plan workout, which means if you watched the last one, we started out, what's wrong with my stuff? We started out with flat dumbbell pressing, then moved on to incline barbell. So today we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna start with, incline dumbbell, and then go to flat barbell before moving on to other stuff. Get my pre-workout here, got harder than last time. I am affiliated with them. Link in the description if you wanna use it. I've been switching up how I do pre-workouts lately because this is a pre-pump, so there's no caffeine in it, because I've just been taking too much caffeine lately. I was up to like 400 milligrams a day, which is the recommended max, and I was just feeling tired like all the time. I was like, I need to start weaning myself back off of caffeine because I don't like that feeling of being tired unless I have it. So what I've been doing is taking this pre-workout. I've got the 2.0, 3.0 is a new kind. Once I get done with this, I'll be using it. But I was taking 2 scoops of this and having other caffeine drinks throughout the day, because this is 200 milligrams, I believe, and 2 scoops. Yeah, so now I take 1 scoop of this about a half hour before I work out, and then 1 scoop of the pre-pump as I start working out. And of course, you know, creatine I take every day. But those are the things that I take regularly. So now I'm just doing 100 milligrams of caffeine a day, and I'd like to work out in the middle of the day, so I don't have any caffeine for like the first 6-7 hours of the day. Then work out, and then, you know, that's caffeine a little bit for the rest of the day. And if you have any questions about what we're doing today, I'm just gonna talk about whatever. Unless you have questions, put it in the chat, and I'll answer them there. You can see I log my stuff. You probably can't see, it's very dark, but I log all my stuff on my phone. That's how I keep track of it. That's the best way to make sure you're progressing, is to track it. So I got my workout plan here. I also have it in the description. I've got the numbers on there right now that I did on my B workout for push last week. So the goal is to try to at least match or beat those. So we'll see if we can beat some of them. But let's get started. Warming up with 20 pounds. Sounds like nothing, but you know, I usually warm up with the bar, so this is like using the bar for the incline. I do 15 reps. I can try to control it down, push back up each one, not speed through them just because it's easy. And I actually get a little bit deeper of a stretch with these warm-ups, because since the dumbbells are so small, they go to the side of my chest and I can go even lower, as opposed to when I use the heavy ones. Then they go all the way until they just touch my chest, which isn't as far. So we'll get the next dumbbells out and ready. Let's see. It's actually been feeling a little bit cooler lately, which is nice. It's only like in the 80s right now, as opposed to the mid 90s. Just for a couple days though. It's supposed to get back up to 97 next week. What I was just throwing on there is my micro gains weight plates. Show you what that looks like. So they can move up 2.5 pounds at a time. You just clip this on to the weight, and it helps out with small jumps instead of 5 pounds at a time, which is a pretty big jump if you ask me. We can just do it by 2.5 pound jumps. So do 15 reps on the first set. I don't need much rest. I'm just gonna take a drink. Next up, I'll change this so it says 52.5 on my phone, so it matches what I'm doing. I forgot to update that in the description of the video. That's no big deal. I'm actually gonna share the video real quick to one of my friends who said they wanted to see. And then we'll get this next set. All right. So now 7 reps is my second warm up, and then we're gonna go into the working sets. Always wanna make sure you're warming up so you're not getting hurt, especially when you start getting older like me. I know I'm not old, but older. I used to just jump on, throw weight on the bar and start working out, but that's not smart really for anyone, but especially the older you get and the stronger you get, because I mean, when you start out, if you can only lift 100 pounds, it's not that much strain, but you get up to 200 plus, it makes a big difference. So 7 reps here. Same thing, controlled reps. That's it for the warm-ups. So now, moving up to the 80s. And I'm doing 82.5. So trying to slowly move up. I just moved up to the 90s a week ago for the flat bench. Can't remember if I did that on camera or if that was, I can't even think, or if that was the week after. No, that wouldn't have been on camera. But I got a couple sets of 10, I think, with that, or was it 9? No, 2 sets of 10. Because I only have 4 2.5 plates, so I can go 82.5, 85, and then I got to jump to 90. So it's a 5-pound jump as opposed to 2.5. So I lost a couple reps rather than just 1. So I usually do, you'll see I have 10 to 12 reps there listed in the description. So my goal is to hit at least 10, and once I get 12, especially for 2 sets in a row, then I'll move the weight up. And then, yeah, just keep doing the same thing over and over. Slowly move up reps, slowly move up weight, reps drop back down, work back up. And try to keep good form throughout all of it. It's the big thing, because I don't want to just start pumping through them as quick as I can. I want to try to control the descent, touch. I don't pause forever. I don't sit there with it stretched out, but try to completely stop and push back up instead of getting that recoil right there. Get down and then push back up. It makes it harder, and the good thing is you can use less weight, because then it's harder because you're under tension longer doing the slower reps, but then you're also less likely to get hurt because it's less weight. So that's always a good thing. Less chance of injury is always a bonus. So last time I got 10 reps of this. So let's see if we can get 11. Wrong way. Put my ND filter on today so that it can easily move it. Spinning it the wrong way. All right. 82.5. Saw Chris Bumstead yesterday doing this with 150s in each hand. That I can do that 150 total, using a barbell, but not definitely not in each hand. All right. I'm gonna call out every 3 reps. Three. 6. 9. 12. If I counted right, which is cool. It's an extra 2 reps. It's kind of funny if it was, because, I mean, not funny, but that goes to show how much of a difference rest makes, because, like I said, I was feeling dead tired before. Like my last live, I did a leg day, which I can usually push myself pretty hard through that. And update my reps here on the phone. But when I'm tired, push day is usually where I struggle, because I don't know why, because it just is. And catch my breath. But I got back home from a trip overseas last Wednesday, a week ago, and I just felt like dead tired constantly. Like my eye was starting to twitch, because the last 2 days I was gone, I only got like 2 to 3 hour naps every 6 hours or so for like 2 days straight, because of the way the schedule was working. So that was rough. And I got home, had a hard time getting back on the sleep schedule for a couple days. And then I was finally like, you know, I'm gonna just, even though I feel tired, I mean, I feel tired anyways, I'm just gonna stop, make that caffeine switch. I've been doing it about a week. Monday was the first day that I was just like, I felt great all day. I felt awake, fine. I had my 1 scoop with the caffeine pre-workout in the middle of the day. And I've been doing that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, been feeling good. So that goes to show right now that it worked, I guess, you know. Just getting good rest. And ironically, last night, or I guess it was this morning, I went to bed around 11:30. My 2-year-old, or I guess she'll be 3 in a month, woke up at 5:45 this morning going, "Daddy, Daddy," because we put the thing on her door so she can't get out, because she keeps getting out in the middle of the night and getting in our bed. And we're like, this needs to stop. So made it so she can't get out, and I went back in, scratched her back, she fell asleep. And then she slept again for like almost 2 more hours, but I was just awake. I couldn't fall back asleep. So, you know, I guess the overall getting good sleep helped out though. And one night's not gonna kill me. All right, let's see if we can get at least 10 on this second set. I'm already feeling a pump in my chest now too. That's one thing I like about trying to do this, not just pumping out as fast as you can, but controlling the weight. Like after my first hard set, I already have a good pump going. It doesn't take a whole lot. 6. Wow. That last rep. That was tough. I don't know if I was gonna get it. I got to the halfway point and I was like, okay, go, go, go. So 10 reps that time. So I made, or at least on paper it looks like, oh, I only got 10. That's what I did last time, my second set. But really, when you look at it, that was based on me doing 10 on the first set. I did 2 extra reps on the first set and then got 10 again. So in reality, I did more work overall. So I did 20% more on the first set, and then I was able to still get that 10 from last time on the second set. So I'm good with that. Probably a couple more workouts. I gotta turn the fan on. Getting hot now. Well, a couple more workouts and I will probably be able to hit a couple sets of 12. So that's the goal. See on there now I've got 72.5 for my third set. So as you saw, the reps dropped off pretty quick there. If I did another set, I'd probably only get 8, if that. So I dropped about 10%, which I guess 75, I don't know, it's around 74-ish. To drop off 10%, but I'm just rounding down. I try to get as many reps as I can. You'll see I have 10 to 12 on the first set, 9 to 12 on the second, then 10 to 15 on the last one, so upwards of 15 reps. If I can get more, that's cool, but chances are I won't get that many. Whew. That was a pretty good set there. Oh, if you're watching as well right now, I'm starting a podcast sometime next week, most likely. It's gonna be a live format because, you know, I've watched a lot of different podcasts, uncensored things people say, but they're all pre-recorded and still edited. So, I mean, is it really uncensored? I don't know. So what I'm doing, I'm just gonna do live videos and talk about stuff there like that. That way it's uncut, it's uncensored for real. I mean, YouTube can still censor me. They do that in the comments all the time. They delete my own comments for me. I always get people saying like, I don't know why you keep deleting my comment. Well, I don't delete anyone's comments. YouTube does that. So if you see your comment disappear, that's YouTube. But it's more of a spiritual, mental fitness aspect for the podcast. So I do these fitness videos teaching what I do, how to do stuff, but I also want to talk about the mental and spiritual side of things, because you can work out all you want, try to get your body look perfect, but if you're not right up in the head and spiritually, you're not going to be happy with it. So that's the type of topics we're going to cover with that. And if you have questions about spiritual matters, I'm a Christian, so I'll be talking from a Christian worldview on various topics, and yeah, try to help each other out there, be encouraging, and I'll have Q&As at the end as well. If people have questions, want to talk about stuff, if you have certain things you want me to cover, feel free to let me know in the comments. So this last set, 72.5. It's many reps as I can. Then we're gonna move in onto the flat barbell bench. Yeah, hey Denzel, welcome. I can imagine that the marathon training would definitely have an effect. I've never done that before. I don't even run at all anymore because my right knee, just the outside of it just starts hurting. Once I get to like half a mile, it's just painful. I start swimming. I do some cycling, rowing, but yeah, marathon, that's tough. But I'm glad to help with motivating, and yeah, I mean, you can't specialize in a bunch of things, especially when it's that hard of training. I would assume leg training would take a big hit. You know, you can still, if I was gonna be focusing on a marathon, you only need 1/3 of the volume to maintain what you have. So, you know, I work out 6 days a week doing push-pull legs, push-pull legs. I'd probably switch to, I mean, I don't even know how you train for a marathon, how often you run, but maybe 4 days a week where I'm doing upper lower, and just every other day do running training. So upper body day, running training, lower body day, running training, and do it like that every other day. So I'm doing both. And you're just doing 1/3 of the volume. Or you really could do just a couple full body days a week. Like Monday, do your full body training, and then Thursday or Friday, do it again, and then focus on your running for the other days. Because you don't need nearly the same volume if you're just trying to maintain what you have. All right. See how many we can get. Got it, 1 extra rep. 13. Couple things. Maybe you noticed, maybe not, but when you get towards the end of a set like that, and it gets hard, I just try to keep pushing without moving. I've seen people when I've done before start going like this or twisting and turning. That's how you hurt your shoulders. Pull something because you're straining hard. Change the form. If you can't get up in good form, just bring it back down. Use the safety rack. No big deal. Because that's how you get hurt, by doing all this weird kind of stuff. And also on that last rep, you notice I don't just drop the weights. I try to bring it back down slow as if I was going to do one more rep. Because you get a lot of work still in that negative portion of the lift. So it's like, you know, essentially I did one more bonus or half rep, I guess. And if I'm training with someone else, sometimes I'll do that, like with the barbell, after I get the last one, do a really slow negative and have the person help you bring it up. Slow negative, bring it up. And that helps out a lot. So I do one warm-up set, 135 on this. My chest is already warmed up. This is more of a getting used to the movement set. Because I was just doing incline dumbbells. I don't want to jump straight into like close to 200 pounds. A bench press, a different angle, something I haven't been doing, and then hurt something. Just want to get locked into that form position, be ready to go, so that I don't get injured. Latest equipment, what have I gotten lately? You know, ever since I made that video of my gym setup, I've had tons of companies asking to send me stuff, and a lot of it's cool, and some of it's I'm like, I just don't have room. Like, that would be cool. I've got a couple of companies possibly sending cardio equipment soon, because that's something that I don't have much of at home, and my wife's interested in using it too. So possibly a bike, a rower, but not really anything else. This leg extension or leg press hack squat machine has been really awesome. Like, I did hack squats yesterday and my legs are in pain right now. All right, I'm gonna hit this set of 7 135 real quick. Let me put in my 13 reps here. One nice thing about doing bench press second is it's like I already know I'm going to be weaker, so I'm less likely to be stupid and throw too much weight on there. So it's easier to focus on form when I'm not doing it first. This is mainly hypertrophy workout, but something you'll notice is that my second set of bench is 227.5. What's that about? For 2 reps. If you followed the channel for a while, you'll know I've done a couple powerlifting meets. I plan on doing another one in the spring. So I don't want to completely fall off the heavy weights, not do any. So I just throw one heavy set in here after I warm up. Just for a couple reps, just to still feel that heavy weight. Nothing hard that's really going to hurt me. Doing 40 pounds above what my working weight is. And something else I've noticed, when I do that, like, most likely, if I did, you know, I did my warm up and then went into the 187.5, it would probably feel heavy. But when I do this, this feels heavy for a couple reps. Nothing that hurts. But then when I go back down to 187.5, all of a sudden that feels a lot lighter. So kind of, it's a mental thing too. So. Cardio is something though, for real, I need to get back in the habit of doing. Since I started making this new A-B plan workout, I'm only squatting once a week, deadlifting once a week, and it's made it easy enough to where, not easy, but like not as taxing on my joints, my lower back, my knees, to where I can just keep rolling through it without, I used to do legs, push, pull, rest, legs, push, pull, rest, and I do cardio on the rest day. Now, I can just roll right back into the next leg day after the pull day, and so I've really slacked on cardio aside from just walking. But cardio is definitely helpful, especially with sets like this and doing high rep squats, hack squats. You start getting in some cardio range when you're doing that, and the cardio definitely helps. So let's get a couple reps with this 227.5. All these clouds keeps getting dark, then bright, then dark, then bright. Here we go. Like that, I probably could have gotten another. I know I could have gotten one more rep, maybe even two. But again, just doing that just to feel a little bit heavier weight, not completely lose my heavier lifting side. Count that as a working set. That's more of a call it a bonus fun set. That felt pretty good, pretty easy. I try to really focus on that, bring it down, pause a little bit, not pause for a long time, just stop the weight, push it back up smoothly, and not jerk it up and get hurt. And today, so you see, I pretty much have the 3 hard sets on the first bench and 2 hard sets on this, and then I got seated overhead press today. So today's, I wouldn't really say shoulder focused workout, but the only real shoulder thing I do on the A workout day is just the seated lateral raises, whereas today I'm gonna get 3 hard sets of overhead pressing done. So with that, I'm not doing as much on the chest. 5 hard sets mixed with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 12 hard sets of chest, which I've been doing this program about 6, 7 weeks now, on and off, because when I go out of town I have to use different machines and equipment stuff. So I'll probably here soon start adding in a 3rd set on the bench press, now that I'm getting more adapted to it, and the same thing on the A workout, another set to the incline bench press. So that'll take me from 12 to 14 hard sets. And that's kind of what you do, and then you slowly build up. Then I'll probably add in another hard set of dips until you kind of get to that limit, your maximum recoverable volume, then kind of break it, then do a deload and start over, building back up again. Would I consider performance enhancing? No. Actually, I am against, actually I have 2 videos I made. One is, are steroids immoral? Like Christians using steroids immoral? And the same with SARMs. Steroids, definitely, because for one, both of them are illegal. You can buy SARMs legally, but it's not legal to consume. It's research chemicals, and you don't even know what you're getting from people. Steroids, same thing, it's illegal to get. Aside from that, there's negative health benefits, and the whole reason that I work out is to be healthy. I've said many times that I want to try to build as much muscle as I can naturally, so that I can be healthier when I'm older. Like, so maybe when I'm 80, I'll be like the average 60-year-old. Probably even better, because most people are overweight. When I get higher than that, I'll be able to do stuff for myself. So I want to get as much muscle as I can naturally, so that slowly, when I get into my 50s, 60s, as I start losing some, or maybe just maintaining, it won't be as big a deal. And I'm actually going to make a video on this. I saw a podcast of Alex Eubank saying, you know, I might hop on TRT if I'm in my 30s and my testosterone crashes. And I'm like, why does everyone think your testosterone is going to crash when you hit 30? I didn't start working out hard till I was 30, 31. I'm 35, or I'll be 36 on Monday, and I'm in the best shape I've been in, and I'm still improving. So like, it's kind of like metabolism. People think, oh, your metabolism starts slowing down when you get in your 30s. I don't believe that. The same with testosterone. What happens is people go from being in high school, working out, doing sports, and then you go from that to a 9-to-5 job, and you quit working out. You used to be like, oh, I could eat whatever I wanted before. But now if I do, I gain weight. Well, that's because you're not moving. Your metabolism slowed because you slowed down. You're not exerting as much energy anymore, so you don't need as much. But if you start exercising, you do some cardio, you do those types of things, instead of just sitting around on the couch when you get home, like, you know, running a marathon, what is that, 26 miles? I mean, a mile is roughly 120 calories burned for me. So you're talking 1,200 for 10, 24. I mean, that's like 3,000 calories burned from running a marathon, if not more. So like, you could eat anything you wanted and probably not gain weight if you're running marathons. So most people just don't do it. But for me, the other aspect of it for me too is I'm a pilot and I travel all over, and there's no way, if I was gonna buy illegal drugs, I'm not gonna risk my job taking drugs into other countries that are illegal, because if I'm gone for 10 to 14 days, well then I'm gonna be off whatever I'm taking. And well then, it'll be up and down roller coaster, messing up my hormones. I'll probably be even more tired all the time. And I get drug tested at work too. I don't know if they test for that kind of stuff or if it's just like recreational drugs, but it's just not even worth it to me from that aspect. Even if I wanted to, just that aspect. I'm not gonna risk my job, my career, my family for that. So, and I like seeing what I can do naturally. So yeah, that's the long answer for me, but I am pretty much against it. I'm gonna hit another set and I'll check out your comments. I appreciate the comments too and hanging out. See, I got 10 last time, so we'll try to hit at least that. Got it. That was, I don't know if you noticed on that, I probably could have gotten 12 if I pushed really hard. But something, I used to feel like I had to do every set to failure. From everything I've learned from various science-based YouTubers, if you get within 1 to 2 reps of failure, then it's going to be nearly the same results with way less fatigue. And so I'm gonna save a little bit and then try to push the failure on my last set. Because I already beat last week's performance by 1 rep, so that's 10% more work already. My ego wanted to push for 2 more, or for 1 more, but I was like, you know what? Let's see what I get on the next set. Let's see what we got. Yeah. I know what you mean about the smartphones. Like I remember I used to get, when I was a kid, I'd buy squirt guns, ones that looked like real guns, and I'd get out a big piece of wood, spray paint them all black, and like run around the woods for hours pretending I was in the Matrix and stuff with my friends. And we're just always doing stuff. We play video games too, but not like, I mean, I remember my mom would like kick us out of the house. You can drink water out of the hose, and we'll call you when dinner's ready. So thankfully, all my girls are doing gymnastics, and they're doing 3 hours a day for 3 days a week right now. And my oldest daughter, she's 11. That girl's arms are just solid muscle now. Like she practices a lot. Yeah, that'll do it. But you know, 20 to 25% body fat isn't crazy. Obviously, you know, you're not gonna look fit at that weight, but if you have a solid base too, losing fat is way easier than than gaining muscle, especially if you're not trying to go crazy shredded. Like I like the look of being shredded. I like bodybuilding, but at the same time, I know how it feels and it's not healthy. And I just forget about what other people do. And like I'm pretty cut compared to the average person now, but where I am right now, around 188 pounds, I am easy to maintain. I can eat mostly what I want. I just keep track of my protein per day now, weigh myself every day, stay within the same 1 to 2 pound range, depending on what I eat, how much sodium and stuff I get. Might jump up a couple pounds, then go down a few pounds, but just stay relatively there and train hard. And it's working right now, because I know if I keep pushing hard, I've got enough fat on me that I'm not like at a stage where I'm dying and can't build muscle like when I was 175 pounds in the bodybuilding show. So, which yeah, I have competed before. And it's definitely hard to get shredded, and it takes a lot of cardio just to be able to eat more so you don't feel dead. 12 to 15, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean by that, because I think I'm kind of like right at the perfect balance for me to where like I can look really shredded, but I just look small unless I take my shirt off when I'm like 7, 8 pounds lighter than I am now. But right now I'm to the point where I still look muscular, my arms and everything, but I look fuller all around and fill out my shirts more, and I actually look like I work out when I have a shirt on without having to wear a really tight shirt. And I was just thinking about the other day, like all these people I see online who want to be super shredded and just want washboard abs and cut obliques. Like, yeah, it looks cool, but aside from when you're at the gym looking at yourself in the mirror, or you're getting in and out of the shower, or you go to the beach, who's gonna see it anyways? Like, and who really cares except you? So I mean, just being healthy overall is what I'm just trying to shoot for now. Thanks, I appreciate it. I've been hitting it hard for, 2020, beginning of 2020, and started learning more, and then just started hitting the same routines over and over again. You hear people say, oh, you gotta, I was in a military physiology refresher, and they're talking about exercise. Said you gotta switch up your program every 6 weeks because you have to confuse your muscles or they won't grow. And I was just sitting there shaking my head like, dude, I've been doing the same thing for like 3 years straight and it still works. You just got a progressive overload. I'll sub in and out different exercises, and like now I'm doing this A-B split, so I'm doing different exercises each time, so it's a little more fun. I'm not constantly doing the same thing, but I'm hitting the same exercises with more sets, and I have a greater variety of exercises now too, so you just do what works for you and stay consistent. That's the big thing. Being consistent is going to get you way better results than doing the most optimal thing that you don't like. All right, last set of bench here. I'm gonna do a drop set. So I'm gonna do as many as I can, try to hit 10 again, maybe 11. Pull off the 25s, and then keep going at 137.5. So let's see. Get a little brighter here. That one more so was failure. It's getting a little dark again. See, I got my little baby weights on here. 1 1/4 each side. That's how I'm getting those 2.5 pound increments. All right, just as many as I can again. This is where it starts burning. That one felt good. That was cool because when I got to 10, I was like, I know I for sure have another rep on that second set. So today's going pretty good so far. I've gotten an extra 3 reps total between my 3 working sets on the first exercise, and then another 2 extra reps rather on the second. So now I'm moving on to seated overhead press, and then be doing superset. And I apologize for the ads. I don't want to put them on any of my videos really, because it doesn't bring in that much money. But from what I've seen in the past on my other channel, I've got 51,000 subscribers on my filmmaking channel. If YouTube's not making money off your video, they're not going to push it out to as many people. So I always try to select like least amount of ads, but it still pops them up. And when I'm on here and I see that it's showing that the ad's playing, I try to hit skip on here so that it gets people back quicker. And I appreciate the support and y'all watching. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the weight here. Warm up set of 75 pounds. For a second there. The downside of overhead press is I gotta face away from the camera. I don't like doing them standing because standing. Because when it gets hard, I'll start arching my back. I don't want to tweak my lower back doing these. It's not worth it. Plus, you can actually lift more seated because you're more stable if you have a back. Like, if you got the back of the seat up. If you're more stable, you can lift more weight. So that's if you're not cheating. Like if you're doing standing ones and you're doing like a push press, then that's not quite the same because you're using momentum to get it up. This helps keep me from cheating as well, which is something I always like. So whenever you're doing cheat reps and using momentum to help get stuff up, you're just more likely to get injured. And that's something I definitely don't want. I had a back injury not too long ago. Back in, wait, so it was a while now, April? That was when we were filming, the end of March. And I came back from it in about 8 weeks and hit a deadlift PR, so that was cool. Write this real quick. But just trying to be smart about lifts, try to be controlled as much as I can, not ego lift. So with these, I'm bringing it all the way down to my chest and pushing back up. I used to only bring it to like here because it was my excuse to be able to lift more weight, but I'm bringing it all the way down. I don't pause with these because, I mean, you're supporting a lot of the weight here at the bottom, so it's not like it's doing a whole lot for the shoulders. So I just go down, touch, and go back up. So we're doing 10 reps with 75 pounds. I gotta take off my hat so I don't hit it with the bar. Something I like to remind myself of. That's why it's cool to keep track of your progress. When I first started doing this 4 years ago, overhead pressing, I was struggling to get 70 pounds for 10 reps on my working sets. Now I'm doing a warm-up at 75. And those were the reps not even all the way down to my chest, so I'm doing more work now than I did back then. And this, what was I going to say? I just went blank. Oh yeah, so with those half reps, I could probably do 130, 125 for that many reps. So it's motivating when you keep track of your progress and you can see those changes over time. Three working sets of this. And drink a little bit more of this here, whatever's left. Got flies all over the place. I don't know where it's coming from. We just took all the trash out. Oh well. Alright, I got 11 reps of this last time, so let's see if we can top that. I'm doing about a little more than shoulder width apart, just like if I was doing dumbbells. But I don't do dumbbells anymore. And I'll tell you why after this set. that, today's, I think, gonna be to just match my previous workout, because I didn't almost get that one up. Right, almost didn't get that one up. That was tough. 11 reps. I got 2 sets of 10 after that. So, brought this out so I could refill my water bottle without going inside and just leaving the screen blank like before. I could drink out of this, but there's pre-workout residue in the other one, so it still gives a little bit of flavor. But I don't do dumbbell overhead pressing anymore, because my shoulder sockets are like this, and my shoulders can slide out easily. It hasn't happened now since I was in pilot training in the military. It was back in 2012, so 12 years going strong. And but I was doing overhead presses with dumbbells. I had 65s in each hand, way more weight than I could handle. I think I was on the 5th rep pushing. It was getting hard, and this arm kind of went out like that, and that changed the angle. Just my shoulder popped out, it was down here. After that, I was like, you know what? Not worth it. And I didn't do any overhead pressing for a long time. I mean, obviously, for any working out much that involved my shoulder for like 6 weeks, but I started doing it with the barbell. I tried it out and found that, you know, because the reason I did that was my arm went out of plane, and I had them out sideways like this. But if I keep them with the bar, it keeps my elbows in front of me more in this plane, so I'm still working the shoulders, but it's keeping them locked in place, and they can't, unless this moves over too, I can't really move around because I'm locked into the bar. A lot of people don't like the bar because you might not get as much of a range of motion or hit the shoulder quite as well, but for me, it's either the safety net of my arms being locked in place or not doing it at all. So I figure, you know, that's better than nothing. Lou Ferrigno did it. Remember that scene in Pumping Iron where he's got like 225, one, Arnold, Arnold, Arnold. So, you know, it worked for him. It'll work for me. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Good old Pumping Iron. Oh man, we're at an hour already. Normally my workouts don't take this long, but like this, it's fun. Like Denzel here, asking questions, talking. It's fun hanging out with people on here, being able to help. Let them know what I'm doing, how I can help you. And yeah, so it's all good. I don't have anything going on today, aside from put my 3-year-old down for a nap, so she'll probably run out here sometime soon. Let's get this next. I'm just trying to waste time now, give myself extra rest. See if we can get 10. Got it. All right. Just one more set of 10. Work out with my dad. He's like, why are you always wearing a hat? Now that my hair is longer, it's always falling on my face. There you gets really annoying. I like it being a little longer. So is my wife. But when I'm working out, bending over doing the stuff and it falls in my face, it's kind of annoying. Speaking of that, I guess my dad's watching right now because he just sent me a text. He said, "Whew, what a workout." If you've seen Pumping Iron, you'll know. When Lou was working out with his dad. Hi, Dad. Oh man. I think I can get 10 again on the next set. It'll probably be a slow last rep. This last one too, I do a drop set. So I'm gonna do 115. Then pull off the 25s, throw the 5s back on there, and hit 75 for as many as I can. Actually, you know what? Let's bump that up to, I'm gonna bump it up to 85. Well, let's see, how much weight is that? Is that 40 pounds off? No, that's fine. We'll keep it a 40-pound drop. And I like to take my time resting too. Get the most I can out of the next set. It's the last hard thing, and then it's just on to, you know, superset of lateral raises and tricep press downs. It's hard in the sense like it starts burning, but it's not like all this effort of moving really heavy weight around. Man, seriously, my chest was pumped at the beginning. Sometimes at the end, I might throw in some push-ups just to get a little more pump in the chest since I do less volume on the chest on this day, but it just depends on how I'm feeling. Well, I feel pretty good. Let's do this. So I'll have to pull the 25s off, throw a 5 back on each side, and then keep going. Got this. Nope, only 9. It's all good. Can't win them all. Oh. So that was 9 and 8. So slight decrease in performance on the overhead press. but I'll take that if it means the increase in the chest work, because I'd rather improve in that than improve in the shoulder stuff. All right, so we got lateral raises and tricep press down. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my first set of lateral raises in, and then set up the tricep press and go straight into that. So we're gonna do a set with 15 pounds first. I'll raise this up a little bit. I like this shirt. Got it from magna.com. So 15 reps. Let's see I try to take these up really high. Control on the way down. Out of the way. Try to fly through this last part a little quicker. Tricep Pressdown is one of my favorite exercises, especially when you force yourself to control it. You let the weight back up slow. I see people going like this, and it's like you're just using momentum. Get it down there and let it up slow. It's tough and it burns. So 45. 55, 60. And I am shooting for, let's see if we can get up to 20 reps. See how that goes. 60 pounds. So try to keep my body still here and use my arms. do like 8 to 12 reps on all these accessory movements. When I started doing 15 to 20, it's way harder. So you focus on the form, then you really feel it burning. I think it's tough. Let's tilt this up a little more. So we got 20 of those. Moving on to the 30s. A little past 90 degrees on this where the wrists are slightly above elbow and locked. So I used to do the same thing. And I would use the flat bar and I would come up to here and down. But at least from what I've learned from watching guys like Mike Israel, is the more stretch you can get on your muscle, the better. You get in the most stretched position. It's going to force you to use lighter weight too, which you can focus even more on form. Kind of like with squats, I made a video about it. I used to squat to like here, right? Because I was trying to be safe on my back. The problem is you can get injured easily if like going up more and more in weight. Say one day you're tired and the weight pushes you down a little further, well now you're in a more stretched position that you're not used to with really heavy weight. I hurt myself many times doing that. So now when I squat, all my reps are like this every time. And so I know they're always the same, but you're also getting, my quads, they used to get tired, but I can feel them all the way up to my hip joint now. I'm working the entire thing. Same thing with bench press. When I'm doing those dumbbells, I try to stretch as far as I can, push back up. I'm trying to think. Every exercise I can where that's an option, like I'm doing flies with cables as far back as I can go. So if you're going to here, it's kind of like if you're doing a bench press and you just went to 90 and back up. If you stretch all the way down here, you're gonna have to use less weight, but it's gonna make a huge difference. And ever since I started doing that, especially with bench, I get way crazier pumps in my chest. The same thing with triceps. Yeah, man. But yeah, so if you see like, instead of going to here, if you come all the way up, your tricep is stretched as far as it can be. The hard thing though is to not push forward to get it start going. I try to keep my back straight and bring it up and push down. I think it's tough for sure. Same thing with skull crushers. I used to go like this, which you get a good stretch, but I would kind of bring my lats into it. But now I like break my elbows here and let it come down here and stretch and touch my face and back up. And it's pretty killer. Glad to help, bro. What's up, Rehu? See you down there. Or I'm going 30s. Try to control this. Turn a little bit towards y'all. Count. I think it was 13. I'll have to watch the playback. I was going to count out loud again. I probably should. I start calling out like every 3 reps. But it's all good. All right. Wrist is kind of hurting. I think I'm gonna try using my Versa grips. Yeah, you could definitely say that. PR. I forget, I was reading some bodybuilder a long time ago. He said he doesn't start counting his reps until it starts burning. I was like, wow. I'd only be doing sets of like 3 or 4 then, because When it's burning like that, I'm pretty close to failure. All right, got 80 pounds now. I'm just shooting for whatever I can get. Maybe, I think I have 17 listed in there. Is that not bright? Not brighten it back up. It's getting dark out. This is where it burns. Do this after my sets because the line gets twisted and this will get wrapped around itself. Wow. Oh man. That's close. A little knot in my back. Okay, 17. That was tough. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get my straps and see if it helps. You know, exercising is a great way to lose weight. That sounds kind of obvious, but it's just not the fact of burning calories. I ate about an hour before I lifted. I'm probably not going to eat for at least an hour afterwards because I'm just not hungry at all right now. So if you imagine instead, if you're in a calorie deficit, you're trying to lose weight. I'll talk about this in my next video that's coming out next week. If you're trying to lose weight and you're not exercising, weight training or cardio, you're in a calorie deficit, you're gonna be hungry, just like you would if you're working out. But the issue is, you're just sitting around trying to not think of being hungry. Trying to find something to do to keep your mind busy. Well, this keeps your mind busy, but also, like, I ate an hour before I worked out because I don't want to feel like I'm going to throw up when I'm working out. I want to have enough energy, but also want to feel like it's digested enough or move through my system enough. And then when I work out, I'm not hungry. And then afterwards, I'm not hungry usually, especially with cardio. I might not be hungry for 2 hours afterwards. So that's what, an hour and a half right now because of the longer video, but an hour working out, an hour before, an hour to 2, that's a 4-hour span of not even really thinking about food or being hungry. So it's a good way to take your mind off of being hungry. And you're burning more calories. So not only are you not eating, not thinking about eating, but you're burning calories. So there you go. That's my little life lesson for you. So let's do another lateral raise. I got a knot. It's going on. It was on the left side last week, now my right side's giving me. I'm using these straps because it was I've seen Mike Israel using it before for lateral raises. It was kind of hurting my left wrist, so let's see if this makes a difference. 2 drop sets. A drop set of cable press downs and a drop set of lateral raises. Appreciate the comments, having someone to hang out with while I'm lifting. It's always fun interacting with y'all. Something to look forward to. These last tricep press downs are gonna hurt. We can do it. Drop set 80 and then 60. Like I could feel those last couple reps last time, like my triceps about to give out on that negative portion when I'm finishing up. Have a good lunch, man. Appreciate the support. Talk to you later. Here we go. Alright, 16. And now we keep going. 60 pounds. Dropped on the way back up on the last one. Alright, 11. Felt pretty good. Wrong way. Wipe the sweat off. Still got some music playing or something while I'm doing this. I've tried that in the past, but then YouTube always flags my videos, copyright, blah blah blah. So we've got the music of a fan blowing. This way now, since no more cables will be going in front of my face. Have a good lunch. Long hair sticking out the side. All right, folks, here we go. last set. Oops. I got 12 and 11 last time. Let's brighten it up a bit. Alright, we are locked in. Here we go. Face y'all for this. 3. 10. 11. 12. Woo! That was tough. Kind of burned, but look at that. Shoulder flex. See what we got. Nice pump in the shoulders, the chest. That's it. I mean, we see all these fancy edits of guys lifting in the gym. It all looks cool, but this is what it's about here. Track your progress, slowly overload over time. Be consistent with the training, pushing yourself, consistent with the diet, getting enough protein, enough calories, and you'll slowly grow. I gained 30 pounds of pretty much all muscle over the last 4 years. So it takes time, it takes work, dedication. You have to enjoy doing it, but it's good to see the results. Again, I got a podcast, plan on starting live podcast next week, talking about more spiritual matters. Hopefully be encouraging to y'all. Like, subscribe. See you soon.